Let us face, without panic, the reality of our times. The fact that atom bombs may someday be dropped on our cities. And let us prepare for survival, understanding the weapon that threatens us.
85 seconds. That is how much time stands between humanity and midnight. Not a film, not a novel. This is real, and right now it has never been closer. This is the story of the Doomsday Clock. Where it came from, what it means, and why. In 2026, it matters more than at any point in living memory. The year is 1947. 2 years earlier, the United States dropped atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. 140,000 people died in Hiroshima alone within seconds. The scientists who built those bombs were haunted by what they had created. Many of them, gathered at the University of Chicago, began publishing a magazine called the Bulletin of the Atomic Scientists, a way of warning the world about the dangers they knew better than anyone. They asked an artist named Martel Langsdorff to create something visual, something that would resonate with the public. She sketched a clock. She placed the hands at 7 minutes to midnight, not for any scientific reason, but because, as she put it, it suited her eye. The Doomsday Clock was born. For nearly 8 decades, that clock has moved. Forward when the world grew more dangerous. Backward when humanity pulled back from the brink. In 1949, the Soviet state tested its first atomic bomb. The clock jumped to 3 minutes to midnight. In 1953, both the Americans and Soviets tested hydrogen bombs, far more destructive than anything used on Japan. The clock moved to 2 minutes to midnight, the closest it had ever been. Then something remarkable happened. In 1963, America and the Soviet state signed the Partial Test Ban Treaty. The clock moved back to 12 minutes to midnight. Negotiations worked, the hands went backwards. In 1991, the Cold War ended. The Strategic Arms Reduction Treaty was signed. The clock moved all the way back to 17 minutes to midnight, the furthest back it has ever been. Our moment of greatest hope. Since then, sadly, it has moved in one direction. 2017, 2.5 minutes. 2020, 100 seconds. 2023, 90 seconds. 2025, 89 seconds. January 2026, 85 seconds. The closest it has ever been. When the scientists set the clock to 85 seconds on January 27th earlier this year, they cited collapsing international agreements, great power competitions, growing nuclear arsenals, climate change, and artificial intelligence. This was before Operation Epic Fury, before a chain of events was set in motion that may affect every corner of the globe for years to come. The clock is only reset once a year, each January, which means it cannot formally move again until January 2027, by which time the world looks increasingly likely to be a more perilous place than it is today. And if those same scientists were looking at the world today, virtually every analyst agrees the hands would move closer, but 85 seconds already assumed a dangerous world. The world of today is demonstrably more dangerous than the world of January the 27th, 2026. Here is what the Doomsday Clock is. It is a warning, an informed assessment of global risk, maintained by some of the most respected minds in nuclear physics, climate science, and international security. It has moved backward 8 times in its history, proof that human decisions can pull the world back from the brink. It is not a prediction. The scientists themselves are clear. The clock does not forecast the future. It reflects the present. The Cuban Missile Crisis, the closest the world actually came to nuclear war in the 20th century, happened so fast the clock couldn't even be reset in time. Which tells you something important. The clock measures trends, not moments. The trend right now is the wrong direction, but trends can change, they have before. In 1963, in 1991, in other moments when our leaders chose differently, the question, as it has always been, is whether the people making decisions right now will choose the right ones. How much time do you think we have until midnight? I'd love to know what you think, so drop your thoughts below. Thanks for watching, and check out my other video on the Shahed. A like and subscribe goes a long way for a new channel like mine. because these stories are far from over.